All compartments report conditions normal on the dive. All main ballast tank vents are shut. Commence a low-pressure blow of all main ballast tanks. Commence ventilating. Deploy the antenna, aye, sir. Dive, dive. Dive, dive. Emergency surface the ship, Chief of the Watch, aye. Flooding in the engine room. Flooding in the torpedo room. Flooding in the torpedo room, port side. Flooding in the torpedo room, starboard side. Lower the antenna, Chief of the Watch, aye. Lower the ESM mast, Chief of the Watch, aye. Lower the radar mast, Chief of the Watch, aye. Prepare to ventilate. Raise the antenna, Chief of the Watch, aye. Raise the ESM mast, Chief of the Watch, aye. Raise the radar mast, Chief of the Watch, aye. Recommend lowering all masts and antennas, sir. Retrieve the antenna, aye, sir. Secure the emergency blow, Chief of the Watch, aye. Secure the low-pressure blower. Secure ventilating. Surface, surface, surface. The ESM mast is failed, sir. The floating wire has been cut, sir. The floating wire has been replaced, sir. The flooding has stopped. The periscope is flooded, sir. The port-towed array has failed, sir. The radar mast has failed, sir. The radio antenna has failed, sir. The starboard towed array has failed, sir.
The snorkel mast has failed, sir.
Make my depth. Submerge the ship, dive aye. Surface the ship, dive aye. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 feet, dive aye. Sir, approaching crush depth. Sir, passing crush depth. Sir, we've broken through the ice. Sir, this ice is too thick to surface through.
Make turns for 1 knot, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 2 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 3 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 4 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 6 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 7 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 8 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 9 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 11 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 12 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 13 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 14 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 16 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 17 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 18 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 19 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 20 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 21 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 22 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 23 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 24 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 25 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 26 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 27 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 28 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 29 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 30 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 31 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 32 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 33 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 34 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 35 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 36 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 37 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 38 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 39 knots, maneuvering aye. Make turns for 40 knots, maneuvering aye.
Con, EW, I have a new contact. Bearing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Launch countermeasures. Aye, sir. Launch tube 1. Aye, sir. Launch tube 2. Aye, sir. Launch tube 3. Aye, sir. Launch tube 4. Aye, sir. Launch tube 5. Aye, sir. Launch tube 6. Aye, sir. Launch tube 7. Aye, sir. Launch tube 8. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 1. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 2. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 3. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 4. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 5. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 6. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 7. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 8. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 9. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 10. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 11. Aye, sir. Launch vertical tube 12. Aye, sir.
Con sonar. Unit is running normally.
Launch vertical tube. Aye, sir. Launch tube 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All ahead flank. Helm aye. All ahead full. Helm aye. All ahead 1/3. Helm aye. All ahead standard. Helm aye. All ahead 2/3. Helm aye. All back emergency. Helm aye. All back full. Helm aye. All back 1/3. Helm aye. All back 2/3. Helm aye. All stop. Helm aye. Helm aye. Come left to course. Come right to course. Left full rudder. Helm aye. Retrieve the port towed array, helm aye. Retrieve the starboard towed array, helm aye. Right full rudder, helm aye. Rudder amidships, helm aye. Steady on course. Stream the port towed array, helm aye. Stream the starboard towed array, helm aye. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, left degrees rudder, helm aye.
Con, radio. New message traffic received. Con, radio. Recommend copying the broadcast to see if there's any new message traffic.
Con, radar. I have a new contact. Bearing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Con sonar, I have a new contact. Bearing, designated Sierra. Con sonar, unit is running normally. Con sonar, loud explosion on the bearing of master. Con sonar, loud explosion on the bearing of Sierra. Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Bearing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Con sonar, cavitating. Con sonar, no longer cavitating. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Con sonar, contact, bearing. Con sonar, loud explosion, bearing. Con sonar, explosion close aboard, possibly a mine. Con sonar,
Missile.
bearing, has detonated. Con sonar, the unit from tube 1 has shut down. Con sonar, the unit from tube 2 has shut down. Con sonar, the unit from tube 3 has shut down. Con sonar, the unit from tube 4 has shut down. Con sonar, the unit from tube 5 has shut down. Con sonar, the unit from tube 6 has shut down. Con sonar, the unit from tube 7 has shut down. Con sonar, the unit from tube 8 has shut down. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 1. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 2. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 3. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 4. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 5. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 6. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 7. Con sonar, lost the wire, tube 8. Con sonar, explosion.
Range.
Con XO, the Special Operating Forces are away. Con XO, all Special Operating Forces have been recovered. Con XO, the rescue vehicle is away. Con XO, the rescue vehicle has mated to the hatch. Con XO, speed is limited to 5 knots. Con XO, speed is limited to 10 knots. Con XO, speed is limited to 15 knots. Con XO, speed is limited to 20 knots. Con XO, we've broken through the ice.
I have a new contact, bearing.
Oh no, we've been hit! Something! Water everywhere! Where's that? Put it over here! Come on, let's go!
I've lost depth control. We're going down.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.